Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to workout number 5. My name is Seth and I am going to be giving you a guided tour of a wonderful workout. This is your Tone Fit solution. So you know that in the beginning what I do is just explain the workout so that you know exactly what to expect. There'll be no surprises here. All right, so the first exercise is called a lateral silverback. And it looks like this. You are going to be using one dumbbell. So you'll start standing tall with your dumbbell. You are going to step to one direction. The bell will drift slightly below your knees to your shins, and then you're going to come up and curl. Step to the other side, come up and curl. All right, so you're working your arms and you're working your glutes and your legs. So just to show you the side view, this is not a squat. So with a squat, your hip is gonna go 1 inch below parallel. This is more of a deadlift pattern. It'll look like this, back to center, there, back to center. So you are gonna be pushing your hips toward the wall behind you, making sure that you're getting a nice curl in as well. If that weight is heavy enough for you, challenging, it's gonna work your core a little bit as well, but definitely your arms and your glutes and your legs. All right, super cool. So next up is gonna be the flutter kick. So one of the things I like to tell people to do when they're doing a flutter kick is to put their hands in the small of their back, maybe just under the glutes, right near the small of your back, and that flutter is going to be here. If you do the flutter kick with your head down, it's still effective, but nowhere near as effective as if you have your head up. Now, you don't have to have your head up to gaze in front of you, but you should have your head up to gaze up toward the ceiling. And you want short, choppy, back and forth movement of your legs as opposed to big ones, all right? So they're gonna look just like that. All right, super cool. So next up is gonna be the dumbbell floor press. So I have to gather this dumbbell right here. So with the dumbbell floor press, the way I like to teach this is you're gonna sit with the dumbbell on each side, bring it up so that it's standing vertically on your thigh. And so then from this position, you can use your legs to bring them back. Now, when you're doing a floor press, all right, this is for your chest, but it's also providing some finishing power for your horizontal pushing pattern. So like a bench press or a full dumbbell press that would be on a bench, okay? So some of you might find that there's a little bit of tension in your lower back area if you're like this. So you do have the option to bring your feet here and do the same thing, and that will alleviate that tension. One way is not right and another way is not wrong. It's just based on your comfort level. All right, so next we have the Russian twist. So you can use your dumbbell, right? Or you can use body weight back and forth like this. You do want to try to reach across and touch, right? If you're using your dumbbell, it'll look like this. See, I'm just touching it. You can hear it. All right. If having your feet up is too challenging for you, you can put one dumbbell there. That gives you a little bit of an assist. This is nicer than just having your feet on the floor. I shouldn't say nicer. It more closely resembles the exercise, right? Have your feet there, reach across. All right, just a little compensation that will get you over the hump, but only if you need it. All right, super cool. Next up is the gorilla row. Now, what makes the gorilla row different is that one arm is not completing before the other one starts, all right? So imagine you are just trying to pull 2 lawnmower chords at the same time. All right? And it just looks just like this, right? Now, alternating bent over row would be this. One finishes, then the other one starts. In this one, you are moving and grooving right out of the box. All right, so last but not least is the overhead press. And we are gonna alternate these. They're gonna be here. You're gonna press up, nice and straight. And remember, your glutes are tight and you are reaching your elbow nice and straight over your head. All right, cool. So that is your groove. We are gonna rock it out. I'm gonna start the timer. It's gonna be 35 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. We have 3 rounds. This is gonna be another fun workout. So here we go, starting the timer. And the first exercise is that lateral silverback curl. And you know that if you want or need your water, it's gotta be next to you. You have to take quick sips in between because you cannot be late to that whistle, right? All right. All right, so feet together, arms low, step, curl, step, curl. Back and forth. Oh, this feels so good. Never a mistake to do something that is going to make your body stronger and more fit with the goal to stay young forever. Next up, flutter kicks. Remember, those hands are going to go underneath your glutes. We do have 5 more seconds of rest. 3, 2. And so, here's your flutter kick. Keep your core nice and tight. You should feel it contracted the entire time. Gaze up toward the ceiling. Short, choppy movements of the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to stay low because I have my dumbbell press. Dumbbell floor press to be exact. All right, here we go. So you are on a wavelength here, right? You are on a wavelength and your weight is trending down. Your body fat percentage is trending down as well. Now, I say trending down because I have never, ever seen someone start to lose weight and only lose weight on the journey. All right, I'm gonna show you what I mean. All right. Next up is gonna be the Russian twist, so I'm gonna stay low. But you don't start here on the journey and only lose weight and end up here. So you go down, you go up, you stay the same, you go down, you go up, you stay the same. And as long as your trend, your overall trend is going down, then you know you are doing the right thing, you're staying on the path. One of the things that happens, and I've been a trainer for 12 years, is that people see that weight go up and automatically associate that with failure, but it's not. So you are sending your body a new stimulus. You are trying to deliver your body a new message, something different than what you've been giving it, and your body does need time to adjust to it as you are going through, all right, on your journey. So here we go. Gorilla row. So just keep that in mind and don't get discouraged. You know, like people will say, oh, I'm doing everything right and the scale isn't, you know, doing what I wanted to, right? But it took a lot of time to get into the position where you are currently, and it's gonna take some time to get into a new position in your life. But it will happen. It must, if you're consistent. All right, so next up is the alternating overhead press, both bells. In our Metabolism Accelerator program, we teach people about awareness eating, the different types of hunger, plate design. We give people a timed eating plan, macros, calorie accountability number. People learn about personal rules. They learn about themselves and what their self-sabotaging behaviors are, right? They learn about their default settings. These are things that happen naturally, right? That's one round complete. And we are starting round number 2 with the lateral silverback. So once you're armed with this information, it's very difficult for someone, especially if you're a smart individual, which that's what we do. We train smart people who have a general idea of what they're supposed to do when it comes to fitness and nutrition, but just doing it and doing it consistently is something that they struggle with. And so, you know, it's challenging for an intelligent person who cares about themselves and their longevity to continue a behavior once they have all of the information to make it better, to make the change. Very difficult, right? So next is the flutter kick. And so when we connect with people, I can tell on the phone when somebody's really ready because they have made the decision. They draw a line in the sand and they're like, I'm ready for this transformation. I'm ready to move from the person I am to the person who I want to be. And it really is delightful. It's delightful. I'll tell you, dumbbell floor press is next. It is very delightful when somebody is at that point because we find that, you know, the people who have the best results are people who have an emotional connection to what they're doing, right? They are seeking out solutions. They want to be better. They want to improve. They want to make sure they are doing everything that they can on their end to follow through with our recommendations. And those are the people who crush it. Remember, you're in contention all the time. Your health and wellness is in contention with so many things. And in the beginning, when you're getting started out, it's hard to keep your goal out in front of those other things. I'm talking about your work, your employment, your family, your spouse, just so many things, your friends, Russian twist. There is an infrastructural framework that gets put into place, all right, so that you can stay on the straight line to success. But to build that framework, and especially with consistency included, can be a little tough. But it's an infrastructure. Think about that. It's a foundation. We cannot build anything on a house of cards, on a pile of sand. You need cement, right? You need steel. All right, what's next? Gorilla row. So if you build something on a strong foundation and you are consistent in your actions, The sky is the limit for you. And you can do it, you deserve it, and you're worth it, right? That's why we're putting in the work. Not so we can give it all back by making decisions that are not in alignment with our goals, right? Sir, yes, sir. I'm sure everybody is snapping to attention right now as I talk passionately about fitness. Next up is that alternating press. Bells in hand. Tension to the lower body, so the glutes have some tension. My abs are braced slightly, right? I'm not squeezing them so tight that I get a headache, but there is a general tension to my grip right now. Like I'm squeezing into this as I press. Little squeeze in the glutes, knees locked out, core contracted, a little bit. Back and forth overhead. Uh-oh, that's round 2 done already. Look at this. It's only been 10 minutes. 1 round left. Lateral silverback curl. And you want to be working those biceps. You want to pump that thing. Pump it. When you stand tall, you are curling. And you can feel your arms, round number 3. You can feel your arms getting tighter. I talked about before the difference between pain and discomfort. We really, really need to identify that and understand that there is a rating of perceived exertion that you should be giving each session so that as you progress, you know you're getting stronger because maybe you rated an exercise a 9 or a 10 in week 1, and week number 2 it might be a 7 or an 8. It's an indication you're already getting stronger. One of the first things that happens when you start getting fit is you feel stronger. It's neurological. You feel stronger, then you'll start to feel like you have more energy. Your clothes will start fitting differently. The scale will start going down. Your body fat will start to go down. But in order for you to walk into a room of people who haven't seen you in a while and have them say, wow, you look great, what have you been doing? That takes about 3 or 4 months, I would say, for most people. Dumbbell press. Consistent action, 3 or 4 months, and people are that haven't seen you in a while, if you walk into a room, they're gonna see you and they'll be like, wow, you are looking great. What have you been doing? And that's when you get to bask in the compliments. Always feels good when we are recognized for the hard work we've been doing. It's validation. We all want and need a little validation because it's motivating. It drives you to the next milestone that you're fighting for, right? Russian twist is next. Remember, if you need this, you can use it there to give you a little support. Don't use it if you don't need it, but just wanted to demo how it would look. Yeah, I know for sure when I work hard to take care of my body, or on anything for that matter, you know, it's nice when somebody says, wow, you're doing a great job, or hey, you look great, or whatever it is. You know, it's encouraging. All right, super cool. I can't believe this is round 3. That was a Russian twist. Now we got the gorilla row. I'm ready for more. Let's go. Gorilla row. So nobody can stop you except for yourself, right? Once I learned that, the messages I tell myself can either be encouraging, which is toward motivation, or discouraging, which is away from motivation. If you find yourself saying bad things to yourself and really beating yourself up, you definitely need a little intervention, right? You need to come up with some sort of mantra, gratitude, something, because really life is too short to play that game. It really is. Think about it. Here we go, last exercise. We want toward motivation. Everything is toward how we want to feel, how we want to look, where we want to be, right? Super important. Your feelings drive your thoughts drive your actions. So if you never feel good, it's going to be hard to consistently participate in your health and wellness journey. That's just the truth. All right, so you have completed another awesome action-packed workout session, and we will see you in the next video.